Hello, everybody. What's happening? We made it to another episode of Kickin' with Kpop. What's up? I'm here with Joey and Allen. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi. Oh, going all right. Yes. This is our first time hanging, but I've seen you all around the places, Joey.
Yeah.
All everywhere in chats on the things. It's good times.
Just
yeah, looking forward to
people
get
usually.
Always. It's what I do. You gotta do that. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, it creates brand awareness that way. Yeah.
You know, sometimes you just gotta harass people, and that's how you get them on your show.
I mean, that's how this book came about.
Listen, I've harassed Joe Rubenstein for like 2 years. He'll be on my show next week. It happens. Yeah. you gotta do it. It pays off. Persistence pays off. That's facts. Oh, yeah. We got some people hanging in the chat. Want to go say hi to them? Maybe. We'll see. And it doesn't show it on my end, but I do have the Kickstarter link pinned to the top of the YouTube chat. I will be pasting it down throughout the whole rest of the show. So because we're on multiple platforms here. And let's see. What is up, GT Key Comics? GT, you are #1 all the time in my chat. Shout out to you. It's fantastic. Age of Radio, what is up? How are you doing? Yes, Geek Collective, there you guys are as well. Do you also do content on YouTube, or you kind of just like going around?
Yeah, we do. We do. We have a live stream every Sunday at 10 p.m. EST.
Nice, awesome, cool. I'll definitely link that too on the bottom of the show too, so that people can go and sub you guys up. We got Redazzle in the house. What's happening, guys? Yes, we'll be having way more people popping in and out here. I do want to drop the link right now so that we go to all the places that we are streaming to. Here we go. Plop that there. Oh, it's a lot of work trying to do this.
Yeah, I usually have my buddy Ben. He's the host of Explain Yourself, which is the show that we do on Sunday. And he's the one that pushes all the buttons when I'm just like, dude, because I can't do two things at the same time.
I usually do. That usually ends up for fun with me, spazzing out, which is great because, sometimes you need to thrive in the chaos that happens on these things, which is great. Yeah. So let me do this. Let's make it weird. It's all about you guys today. And I'm going to grab you because you're on top. There you go. Boom. Yes. I know. I'm going to ask you the most important question you're going to ever answer in your entire life. Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here?
I'm Joey Galvez.
Who's your daddy and what does he do, Joey?
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm Joey Galvez, and then and I am the people behind Geek Collective. Well, one of them. Allen's another one. We got Ben, our friend as well, who does some amazing work as well. But Geek Collective is an advertising agency. It's like a comic book art studio where we help people with their work, for everything from concept to shelf and everything in between. We help market that through Kickstarter. We help you market it wherever you want to try to put it out. Right now we're doing our own book, and then we have a couple of new books that are be coming out next year. One of them is going to be a creator-owned book that is not written or drawn by us. It's a creator bringing their own work on. We're going to help them fund that thing as well.
Oh, that sounds exciting. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, you do a great job. I see you hustling campaigns all the time.
It's what we do. We help everybody market their stuff. We put it out there. We help you guys push it through the space that we have. I mean, with my work through Age of Radio and the podcast network is that we had this going thing where we would always kind of push out everybody's work, and we had that space to kind of advertise. So I was like, well, why not just kind of work my two faves in there, which is comic books and podcasting. So I said, well, why not? Let's do it.
You gotta do what you're passionate about, and clearly you guys are, because I see you guys constantly all over the place doing things, and it's fantastic. All right, then we got Allen in the house. Yeah, I don't know if you're ready for this. Are you ready to handle this?
Hi. I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I'm Allen. I moonlight as a writer, and I somehow got conned into doing this book with Joey. And I've done indie comic stuff for a little bit now. I started about 2020. The books I've done have been Pocus Hocus, Horus in Hell, Grandma Chainsaw, and then some others.
Yeah.
So I definitely try to dip into the horror and comedy aspects and stuff. But I Need Your Skin's pretty not funny. So it's
Not funny.
yeah, not funny. It's kind of a bummer, I think, in places. But yeah, no, like I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and it's always good working with Joey.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Awesome.
That's the first time he's ever said that, and we have it on record now.
Yep.
It's on tape.
Well, you can clip it, so boom, there you go. Fantastic.
I'm totally gonna clip it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm very familiar with all those titles that you mentioned. There's some good ones. And horror genre, if you can't tell, is my go-to. So yes, it's good stuff. Let's see. We got more people popping in here. Let's go to your campaign page. Let's go over all of this stuff and get into all this not funny stuff. Not funny biz. What we're gonna do. All right, hold on. Let me go back here. Let's shrink us so that way we can see this. There we go. No shit. Which one? Oh my god. There we go. Wrong one.
There she is.
There we are. Haha. Success.
Huzzah. You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Listen, I believed in myself and I did it. That's what matters. Yes. So sometimes you need that, just a little bit of confidence. You got it. Yeah. But check this out. You guys are already fully funded. You got 132 backers. That's dope. You have 4 days to go. It's awesome. So if you got it back, you got to do by this Wednesday. Holy crap. This Wednesday is the 23rd. That blows my mind. At 11:33 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know how the hell that happened, but this month has just absolutely flown by.
It's crazy, right?
It's crazy. Yes. Get into the pineapple pizza that Phil's always bringing. It's great.
Yes. Well,
gotta have it.
I'll take some without any pineapple there.
Some without any pineapple? Listen, sometimes you just need to shop around
allergic. You guys don't want to see me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, your excuse is legitimate then, so that's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the taste thing, you got to shop around. Different pizza places do it different.
Really, I gotta tell you guys, Alan. I don't think I ever told you that story when my wife was. It happened. The way I found out that I was allergic was we had a fruit bowl, and then that night we went to bed, and in the middle of the night, my wife caught me shaking the bed, and she thought I was doing something inappropriate, and I just was sleeping, scratching myself, and I was full of welts and
I hate that story so much.
That's awful.
You need to find a better way to do the reveal.
My wife tells it a lot better.
I think anyone would tell that story a lot better, Joey.
That's why I hired you to do the writing.
Yeah. Okay. So now we know.
so now you're gonna write my anecdotes.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Next question.
Horrify this pineapple story even further.
This is Phil. This is because Phil brought up a pineapple emoji, man. This is what happened.
I run from pineapples every single time I see them.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, so this is looking really good. I like your campaigns. You guys always do really good campaigns. And once again, I love all of these titles. I've seen them around for a while. They're fantastic. I have a lot of good friends that love the Grandma Chainsaw. They're huge into
nice.
that.
Makes me very happy.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Listen.
One of the reasons why I chose them was because I hate it so much. I hate Grandma Chainsaw. It's the worst. No, it's actually that's one of the reasons why I was like, this is right up their alley. Listen, the story is I pitch. You guys don't know how many pitches I've sent Alan that he's like, oh yeah, good job. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like how he told, it was very lackluster, like my story, right? My pineapple story. But every single time I threw it, he was like, okay, cool, keep trying. But the one time that I just really didn't try so much on the story, he bit on.
It's weird when that happens, right?
I know, right? It's like he bit on that one.
That's awesome. I love that. No, that's cool. I know Jay, Sean, and all those guys at Hydro Asylum. They've always loved the Grandma Chainsaw. They're always like, yes, Grandma Chainsaw.
Yeah, they are very big supporters. We appreciate everything that they do.
Yeah, I like them. I do like the art in this. Who's doing your interior artwork?
Brian Belando, the same one on Pocus Hocus and Grandma Chainsaw.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's literally the same team. literally
the same team.
It is. It's literally the same team on Grandma Chainsaw and Pocus Hocus. You got Brian Belando doing the interior arts. You have Alan doing the writing. You have Dave Lentz doing the letters. And then we also have a plethora of their amazing cover artists, which is like Ruben Mocha,
Ooh.
Kit Wallace, and Brian Belando. And then we have our friend Benjamin W. Morse doing a cover as well.
Oh, lovely. Yes, Dave does a lot of books over here too from a lot of my friends. He's a really good letterer at times. Ooh, it's flashy. Didn't even know it was flashy. Yeah, the artwork's cool. And it just got some really wicked imagery too. I'm a huge fan of all this kind of like flash style kind of art.
This is our kind of our like A24 style kind of idea, right? Which is one of those things that I really pitch, which is why Alan was like, yeah, this is not funny at all. But the whole idea of this like body horror, like A24 style
Yes.
Horror really intrigued me, and I was like, well, I really want this story to be out there that way. And he really liked the idea, and it was cool.
I still stand by it. I like it.
Yeah, I'm a very big fan of all that, like the supernaturally weird stuff and anything that you can do some really cool things with effects on. All that kind of stuff I've always been a huge fan of. I love seeing this because like this one with I don't know, hands are coming out of her mouth. Like that is such a cool visual. Like you could see that as like a movie poster. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's whenever I was talking to Brian about that, that was one of the things we wanted to capture. We wanted the cover, the main cover, I guess, just to be as simple as possible. And it was really inspired by the new Nosferatu cover, where you have the side profile of the main character on there, and then you just kind of see like the Count Orlok's claw coming over, and it was like let's do something like that. Let's do something simple, but it tells the story, right? And it was and that's what we came up with.
Yeah,
it looks great.
Yeah, and the one where you see our main character Nora Perkins there on the left there, where the claws are coming out of her mouth. It reminded me of, I don't know if you guys, if anybody's seen the movie The Substance, right? It reminded me of how creepy and gross that kind of movie is in some points, right? So I was like, ooh, this really captures that the essence of the story that we kind of came up with.
Nice. I have not seen that one yet. I'm so far behind on movies. I think I just watched a bunch of weird stuff off of Disney the other day, like a bunch of the Marvel things I finally caught up on. But yeah, no, that's on my to watch list for sure. Looks good. And these ones are awesome. These covers are great. I love the homage cover that you got over there, but this one gives me like old school Scotty Young art vibes.
That's Kit Wallace. He's an amazing artist. He does. He's from UK. That's one of Alan's guys. I'll let him kind of give the pitch there on his work.
Yeah, Kit. He's an incredible artist. He's our interior artist for Horus and Hell, and he's done a variant cover for me for every book that I've ever been on. And it's just kind of one of those things. Whenever I was first getting started, Kit was one of the first people that I had the privilege to work with, and I'm so happy that I get a chance just to keep working with him because he's just such a genuine guy. So it's
Nice.
It's kind of nice whenever you have that. And Kit is way too good to be working on any book that I'm associated with. So him still doing this is awesome.
Yeah. And I recently saw that he just did a cover for Blade Runner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he just did one. So yeah, man, he's fantastic. Like,
yeah,
and he's
all over the place.
Very, very reminiscent of like Scotty Young style. A lot of that stuff. There's some really cool stuff coming up very, very soon. So you guys are definitely going to want to keep it.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It almost got like a old Scotty Young artwork, but like mixed with like Mignola in there. It's pretty cool. Love it.
Yeah, and that homage cover is Chamber of Chills Misfits homage done by our friend and partner Benjamin W. Morse.
Oh yeah, no, Chamber of Chills, that one's such an iconic cover. I was seeing more and more imagery. I actually found a shirt the other day. It was like Hot Topper or something that actually had a cover on it. I was like, that's amazing. This is funny. And I shout out Phil Anselmo, that's in my chat. It's amazing that you've been in my chat because I was at your concert last night. So welcome on in to Phil. Yeah, good times. Yeah, he's awesome. Welcome in. But yeah, these are good covers. The interior art looks absolutely fabulous too. And I actually like the character designs. Listen, I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's grumpy. He looks sad. He looks like he needs coffee. Pour it. I've got all kinds of weird horned skulled things in my room. So listen, I get along with this guy quite well. Yes. Yeah. I like it very much.
Yeah, super
nice.
cool.
Yeah. And I like the colors too. The colors look great. It's got like that ink washy watercolor vibe to it, which I'm such a huge fan of.
Yeah, so that was something that we talked about too. Brian, he of course, he's responsible for all the interior stuff. The idea was that we wanted it to feel kind of grainy. So we went with this amber type overlay on all the pages. And we think that it really does capture the mood of the story.
Oh, I think it looks great. Yeah.
And Brian is such a genius when it comes to making things pop and stuff like that. Like when you look at how he plays with the negative space there, and where things like that look like it's supposed to be blood, they're on the black, they're more white and stuff like that. It's these very cool things that he does that just
just the subtle touches.
Yeah, subtle touches. Everything that he touches, you're like, holy crap, this is you find something brand new that he's done amazing in every page.
Yeah. I think my favorite part of this though is like the goo that's dripping off his hand becomes a heart.
Yep. It kind of does, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. I just noticed.
Yeah. That's awesome. I like that.
I gotta ask Brian. I wonder if he throws like Easter eggs only that he knows in there.
I'm sure
Maybe.
he does.
This one almost looks like it says Sam. Look at
like
S, and then A, and then M.
We gotta ask him.
Yep.
This looks like it says something too. I don't know what, but it almost looks like it says suck. Look at.
Oh, that's hilarious. That'd be hilarious. That's what
I wonder if he did that. That'd be amazing. I love that.
That'd be so freaking awesome.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past the guy, but
that's awesome. I love it. I also really into weird, just interesting like body horror stuff. Like, come on, it's almost got like a little bit of trauma, but also like meets, I don't know, like Krampus or something. It's really interesting.
Yeah. That was the page that I was just like, oh, this is totally right up like a A24 Jordan Peele, like totally that style of horror. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like really that interesting kind of new horror kind of vibe to it. It also has some kind of like classic vibe to it too with the art style, just like the way that the setting is.
Yeah, it feels familiar, right?
Listen, I don't know where this shop is, but I want to shop there, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this time period, like the 40s, 50s. And I just love the aesthetic. So that was something that we wanted to capture with this one. So the story takes place around that time period. Oh, cool. And I really think Brian did a great job just with the whole aesthetic of everything.
Yeah, like when you showed me the pages and the first thing that I saw was one of the character designs, and hang
on, I do want to point out really quick. This is a part of my genius in writing. She walks into a store and says, "Hello, is anyone there?" You'll never find that in other books. Genius.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang. And where are the people? They're always hiding. Like,
they are.
I know.
Especially in a spooky store, they're always.
Yeah.
But
behind a curtain.
The design on her shirt, right? The design on her shirt was one of the first things that I noticed when he showed me the things, and I was like, "Holy crap! That is exactly what I would have thought, like a 1950s style. Like it was perfect. He captured the essence exactly."
That's lovely. Listen, I don't know what's going on with this guy.
Yeah.
He needs to be on my shelf. Yeah. Looks great. No, this looks great. I'm very intrigued by this. You want to? Okay, wait. Let me leave it on this story. You want to talk about the story a little bit? Leave it on here.
Joey, do you want to take that?
What is I Need Your Skin all about?
Yeah. So the quick logline is Nora Perkins has a fear of aging and she believes a clairvoyant can help her, but a deal will be made for a small piece of her flesh. So kind of the idea was that I wanted to capture like a woman kind of going through her like dealing with like aging and dealing with like a community that is so obsessed with like perfection and very 1950s feel, right? The 1950s housewife is always like needing to put on a show, right? And she's just tired of putting on a show. And what happens if something like that were to kind of invoke these evil kind of things, right? Kind of feed on that kind of feeling. And that's kind of one of the things that I kind of pitched to Alan. I said, what if something evil happened, and what if we had some kind of thing that maybe invoked a vanity personified, right? And he's like, ooh, that's exactly what he latched onto there. And I thought immediately, this is something right up Brian's alley, where he can kind of showcase his style. Like one of the panels we're looking at now, it's just you can see that just a silhouette and then eyes, and it very much feels like this dark and brooding moment. And he definitely captured exactly what I thought in my head when I explained it to Alan.
Ooh, that's very creepy. I do really like the silhouettes that you have. It's like almost every page I've seen so far has this really interesting silhouette that kind of like really pulls you in. It's lovely.
Yeah, very
really adds
atmospheric
like this.
with what Brian's doing with this stuff.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing.
Again, he understood the assignment. Like it was like freaking crazy cool how he did that.
Yeah, I like the tone that you have with the coloring. I like the little minimal palette as well. It's nice. It's just there's something about like a black, white, and red, or just plain black and white book when it comes to horror that really kind of pops it for me. I've seen a lot more books go along that line, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It's fun, and I love like this just little like light, subtle like lighting is that going on every now and then.
Yeah,
it's very pretty.
Yeah, he's like looking at these pages. He's freaking fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Very cute. I like it. I'm a big fan of this kind of stuff. I like her too. This clairvoyant lady, just living her best life. Listen, she's got her hood on.
Oh yeah, she, and that's the thing too. Like, I wanted it to kind of get to the point, right? Like, I feel like with this story, from where it's going to go in so many different directions and be so wild and so fun, I wanted to make sure that we were having fun with it too, first and foremost, right? So yeah, I think doing something like this where we're already introduced to these characters, it's just I don't know. I to me, that makes me that much more active as a reader.
Elliot.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm this lady now, so yes, I can feel.
That's Madame Louise. That's our clairvoyant, and there's something sinister about her.
Is there? I don't know. She to me just looks like I would be hanging with her having tea.
Yeah, she just chills. She just kicks it.
Yeah, and I like that she's already in her mode here, just ready. Just I like that. Yep. I like those.
And there's every time I see these panels, and I feel like I like make up a story in my head for like why, like who Madame Louise is, and different people that come into her shop. I'm just like, what else does she do? Like if she's doing this with Nora, like, and this is just like the way her face looks is just like it's just another day. Like what else is she doing with in her shop?
Yeah, and something else that we wanted to do too with the artwork. We wanted to be able to, if none of the speech bubbles were there, so if we took out all the lettering, does the book still make sense? And that's something that we really wanted to try to capture there.
Yeah, I think you nailed that, because to me, some of my favorite books that I pick up too are just artist editions that don't even have the word bubbles. And I love it just to pick it up for the artwork alone, just so you can really study what's going on there. And if you do look at the panel work and the way that the artist set up, you can actually just kind of already, without the words being there, kind of visualize what's actually happening. And I think he did such a great job on that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Brian is better than we deserve.
Yeah, there's a reason why these guys are amazing to work with. Like it's uncanny because when you like from watching them from concept to like seeing actually Brian put something on the page, right? And it's like so crazy because I've read Alan's scripts and what Brian did here, some of the things that he's done. Alan didn't write that in there. He just knew exactly. He, like I said, he understood the assignment. He understood, you
Yeah.
know, how to create that panel, how to create those brooding moments.
Especially when
how
you
to-
work with an artist for so
Yeah.
long, they know what you're looking for, right? So
Mhm.
so it makes everyone's job a little easier. So it gives Brian a lot of freedom, and it lets me be able to say, you know, the just kind of be very minimal in the script writing and less descriptive, and just let Brian just have fun and do what he's best at, right?
Listen, I'm always looking for, luscious and foreboding eyebrows, and you nailed it.
Hell
You
yeah.
gotta have the eyes. You gotta have that. It's perfect. Just the way that those eyebrows shape on those eyes, it looks fantastic. Huge fan.
Yeah, he's
More
really great
people
at
need to get into the
facial
eyebrows.
expression and what I've always noticed about Brian's work is that when there's a lot of things that happen, like when you do change facial expressions, some artists kind of lose the look of that character, and because you have to do this and reproduce it
Yeah.
over and over and over again, and sometimes you can lose that a little bit, and Brian just does such an amazing job of keeping that consistency throughout every panel.
Yeah,
Yes.
Brian's good. Again, Brian was the first artist that I ever worked with, and then it was Kit. And like, I'm very grateful to to have both of those guys in my corner. But once you start working with them for so long, you become even more grateful to be able to call them a friend, right? So it's really cool to see this stuff.
Yeah, and like you said, he really nailed the silhouettes of the faces, like the way that they're doing their expressions. But he also nailed it where like it's on the silhouettes, but you nailed the characters. Like you can tell each one of the characters like who they are just based on this little blurb here. And that's also extremely hard to do. If you ever just do a portrait of somebody or just like in a shape, like, that is insanely difficult.
Yeah, he literally got the gait of a character that doesn't move, right? Which is wild.
Yeah. Like here, like you get that, you can tell who it is. Like you get the personality just from the outline of it, which is that's awesome. Oh, she's all excited. She's like, "Yes, let's do this." She's like, "Ah."
Yeah,
Yes.
should have changed the line to "Yes, Queen."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had better results then.
Yeah.
Oh no, stuff is starting to happen. Uh-oh.
And if you notice
look at those
the
nails.
subtleties
Holy
here
moly.
inside the bowl, there's little tiny hands.
Oh, yes. So they're taking the ingredients. I see. Ooh, little minions.
Ooh, Lord, they coming.
Yes. You gotta love it. Oh, this is cool. I really, really like this. I think the story sounds amazing. It sounds quite unique. The way that you were talking about how skin aspect of it. That's awesome.
Again, I'm a huge fan of body horror. So this was just kind of right up my alley with doing stuff like this. Like, it's funny because it's like whether it's a subconscious thing or however my brain goes to it. Like whenever I'm working on like a new script or someone approaches me with something, it seems like I always kind of deviate towards body horror, and I guess that's probably like what scares me the most. So I just throw that in there.
Oh yeah, me too.
Well, yeah, it's interesting too because you could do so many interesting things with a body horror like kind of thing. There's like so many genres that could actually cross over to. And look at this, a lady here is getting so excited. She's out of the job and she's working. She's got fresh victim and ingredients happening here. But yeah, there's just so many cool things, and because the way that it's done with like the horror aspect, you could get some gnarly imagery happening with just body horror alone, which is crazy. And yeah, it's kind of like the one way like you can get like fully stylized and just go bananas on something and have it actually make sense. Like it still looks like it's part of the story. You can still read what's going on. And yeah, huge fan. Oh my. Things are happening now. Oh, snap. Yeah, referencing back to your cover too. That's awesome.
Yeah, that panel there with the silhouette again, with the claws,
Yeah.
the fingers coming out of her mouth, like holy.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of like the silhouette work with just like the one eye or like the glowing eye that he's done throughout the rest of the book, which looks really cool. It's just something really eerie about that. Nice. And then you have we'll go down your
This
tier
is
C in a
where
minute.
where Joey fails at telling a story about how he is allergic to pineapple. He succeeds at making Kickstarter graphics.
Yeah, thanks.
That's funny.
So
Yeah.
we really wanted everything just to flow, be user friendly as far as what is being offered, pricing, and simplicity of the campaign. So Joey, do you want to go and take that part?
Yeah, we want like you said, we wanted everything to be affordable and easy, and so we have 4 covers. And sorry, I got lots of kiddos here. Sorry,
It's fine.
it might get a little loud. But it's so you get the digitals, right, and then you get the covers there for $15. But when you add on a second issue, you get that second issue for like $7-8, I think it is, something like that. It's more than half off. Like literally, we want you guys to grab this and then get a second issue and gift it to somebody. I always make the joke and say gift the gift of horror to somebody by giving them I Need Your Skin, right? So it's like we really made this easy for you guys, and then you guys can get a pick 2. We have medals, we have hollow foils, we even have a secret cover that if you look through the campaign, I'm not going to tell you because you guys got to find it. And there's a way that you guys can get a one of a kind book cover. It's a Kit Wallace cover, and only one person has gotten one. So and there's still time to get some available. So they're still available. But we made them super affordable. Literally today I was looking out and I was mapping out all the budget and everything and putting off and going on checking all our prices and stuff like that today. So like you guys are getting a deal on this. Seriously.
Yeah, there's some very good pricing for all your rewards here. So I do want to go over those in case anybody has any questions. But yeah, I like what you have. I like you have some interesting, like the hollow foils. I like the metals. I like that you can bundle some stuff. The covers look fantastic. They look really good. And I'm also, I saw up here, a huge fan. I like the digital deluxe stuff because I like all the backs behind the scenes stuff. It's some of my favorite things to read.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get as much behind the scenes stuff from Brian. I know he's done some, like, he loves to do those
Yes.
captures that he does of his stuff. So I'm gonna see if we can get as much digital gifts that we can give to everybody. I'm probably gonna scour the internet and download all of these lives and talk to you and send them out to you guys. I know you guys don't want to hear us again, but we're gonna get you guys
saving you from ourselves is what's happening.
Yeah. But like everything you guys see here, like the tarot cards and all that fun stuff, you guys are gonna get those as a digital art print. So you guys can do whatever with you want with those. So
very cool. Let's see, you are close to unlocking this one right now, and you got some other stuff cool.
Yeah, so we unlocked 3 of the tarot cards. Like I love these tarot cards. We had one, we printed one for our last campaign there, and they came out so good. This art was done by our buddy Jay Hammond, who also does some covers for Allen and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
designed the back. So this is going to go with our Archetypes magazine. But because I love the way these look so much, that we designed some tarot cards to go with this, and we asked Brian to do the artwork for it, and all 3 of those things are gorgeous. So eventually and then I came up with a plan with all of our campaigns that we do. We're probably going to do 1 to 3 cards. And then if you guys follow and collect all these cards, eventually you'll have a full tarot card deck. But I do not suggest using them in an actual reading because my wife did tell me that our 3 of Cups is not an actual 3 of Cups. So.
Oh my.
Whatever. It didn't look cool.
Oh, this one right here. Yes.
Yeah.
No, his artwork I think really fits on the tarot deck. It's something like that horrific, but it's also kind of like whimsical. So it fits in like that realm of like a tarot deck set, which would be really interesting to see.
And what we did was we took the traits of each of those characters, and we were like, what do they kind of encompass? Like what kind of card would be if to match their personality. And I think each of those we kind of chose those pertaining to like if we were going to give them a reading, what would be their card, and this is kind of what we came up with.
Yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Dean real quick. Also, Dean, I don't even think you know where your skin is. Aren't you in the middle of like moving all over the place right now? Yeah. But yeah, that looks cool. And this looks like it's a glow in the dark print. Is that what this is?
So that's going to be a glow in the dark cover. And what we're going to do is if we hit $3,000, we're going to unlock that one, and you guys are going to be able to add it on as an add-on, or you can upgrade it by changing your upgrade your thing to an actual tier. So we're going to have a reward tier and an add-on for that as well. So definitely check that out. So if you guys if you guys want to get us there and get it glow in the dark, what that's going to be. Sorry, I got my little guy. It's going to be a Hit Wallace cover. What we're going to do is because it had that red in the background, if you guys saw the regular standard cover one, we're going to take the red out and leave it white because he's got this beautiful purple and this beautiful white background when you take out the colors. And I was like, oh, well, that looks cool. We kind of played around with some of the glow in the dark stuff and with some of the printers that we have. And we figured we'll do more white, do more greens and yellows, and those ones will pop out more when you get them glow in the dark. So we dropped out the back of his cover, and we're going to offer that one as an add-on. We'll probably also do like some prints for you guys if we find, if we want to do those. We're going to probably try to see if we can give you guys some like freebies that weren't actually in the campaign. But we'll see how that goes. If you guys get us to a really good dollar amount on there, we'll definitely have some extra money to do that within our budget. So but right now we're definitely budgeting this out for the way for everybody who orders it.
Very cool. And I think the green would look very fantastic the way that you just have that set up there. It would fit with that piece of artwork really, really nicely.
So we played around with some glow in the dark. I have this here, and this is our glow in the dark metal card. And it does glow in the dark. If I were to
believe it or not, the glow in the dark does in fact.
It'd be the most glowy glow in the dark thing I've ever seen in my life.
Turn off the lights if you guys want, but I'm not. You know what I mean? But we're playing around with some of that stuff, and we figured dropping out the back white, make it all white because of that card there. It looks freaking awesome.
Whoa, that's fancy pants. I like it. I like the lime green, which looks very cool. Yeah. Let's see, specials and secrets. Ooh. What's going on here?
So this is our buddy CJ Hudson, who has done all kinds of other stuff. He did Hunters of the Outer Realm, and he just finished his book that was Interstellar Dust. It was an omnibus, but he one of those campaigns. He had his his artist, do a fan fiction book, and this is a Barbara Gordon book, and it's called The Laughing Game, and it's her reminiscing about over the years of since the Mr. J shot her, right? And there's some rogues gallery villains that come in, and Mr. J comes back, and this is a really cool story that he wrote, fan fiction. And what's cool about it is this book actually got that artist a DC job. He's now doing the I believe it's called Nothing But Nightwing, like BUTT, because Nightwing's got a good butt. It's on Webtoons right now if you guys want to check it out. He's doing the art for that one, and this book got him the job. But this is this fan fiction. He gave us 8 copies, so everybody who spends $30 and up gets a free digital, and everybody who spends $50 and up is entered in to get a physical copy. So you have to purchase a physical book to get this one. And what we're going to do is once we get all these books printed and ready to go, I'm going to put everybody who got a physical one in a box, and then I'm going to go live, and I'm just going to drop these 8 books in there to randomly in each parcel, and whoever gets it. So just to keep it fair. But everybody who gets it. But $50 on a physical book gets, and there's only 8 people who are going to be able to get this. There's 2 covers for each.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the art looks really cool. I like the take on the Joker on this piece here. It's like that really interesting old school style.
Yep, Joker. That's Moy Marco who did the artwork.
That's cool. I like that. I like this add-on. It's like 54 pages.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
dude, I have one. I have one here somewhere. Here we go. I have one here in hand. This
Oh
thing.
wow, yeah, that from there is very graphic. You could see it,
This
like
one.
the characters
This one
pop out.
is
Yeah.
like it's gorgeous, guys. Like you guys look at there's the back cover.
Oh snap.
Like interiors are black and white, right?
Okay.
But look at those. That like this one was mine, but we ran a giveaway, and one of our one of our friends won this one. So this one's gonna be there. Sorry guys if you didn't want me to open up your book. But yeah, that one we're giving that one away. I had one of each for myself, and we ran a giveaway for this campaign, and so but you guys can still get that. There's still four
Very
more.
cool. Nice, and yeah, congrats whoever won that, because that looks actually a fun read. I'm a bigger fan of like the adult style, especially DC. DC some of my favorite reads. I like the gothic and the weird horror stuff that they do in their stuff, and I dig it.
I feel that.
Oh, your creative team. Oh, Gerald's on this too. Nice. We gotta love Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So here's just some interior pages from that. Dude, there's some cool imagery happening in this.
Yeah, it's a good read too.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the DC stuff, but I also like all the little side characters that they show off, and I love it when people actually show off the side characters, like the henchmen. That's what some of my favorite things. Let's see. What's this? Learn how to receive a secret link for the exclusive Secret Raised Ink Metal Kit Wallace cover.
Yep. So we're gonna get that Kit Wallace cover. We're gonna turn it into a metal. It's gonna be raised ink metal, and we're gonna be using Ready Comics. Now, one person already figured out how to do this. Oh, there's only one way to do it. You got to go scroll down and check it out and read it on that page and find out how to do that. And you'll be able to get that at a freaking killer price. Like literally, I'm almost giving that thing away.
That sounds cool. Really cool. Nice. And then this is your Archetypes magazine. I've seen this around a lot too. Very interesting. Want to talk about this for a few minutes?
Yeah, this is our anthology magazine where we actually have comic books and articles about comic books and the geek culture. We have 2 issues. We had issue 1 that was already printed, and then we actually are going to be sending the second issue of that one out to print here this week. And then we're actually going to try to send everything out to print along with I Need Your Skin together for you guys, so that we can get everybody all their awesome things in their parcels and all that fun stuff. But the second issue is over 100 pages worth of all kinds of really great comics, 10 articles, 10 comics by all kinds of great indie comic creators that we all know and love.
Very nice. Yeah, Wizards are probably some of my favorite things of all time. I have a whole bookcase over there dedicated to Wizards. Huge fan of the magazine type stuff. That's how you found a lot of different artists and creators back in the day. Just flip through the stuff because you don't really get to see that, or you can't figure out where to find people. But yeah, no, good stuff.
Yeah,
and really usually running these off on Kickstarter.
Yeah, well, this is going to be on Kickstarter. Well, it was on Kickstarter. We're going to have issue 3. So we have other things that are on the schedule slated for next year. So we're going to kind of see how those ones go, and then we have an area where we can slip one more campaign in, and depending on how those other things do go, and if anybody has other stories that they want to submit to issue 3, if things all go the way they're supposed to, we'll slip that one in there and kind of run another campaign. But that one's going to be a short blitz campaign. I'm only thinking about doing like a 2, maybe 3 week campaign on that one, maybe a little bit. I want to do the 2 week and see how that goes, and but we'll see. But it's gonna be.
I've been like a bigger fan of the shorter campaigns. Just
me too. I think I'm gonna start
the stress.
Yes, I think I'm gonna start doing the shorter blitz campaigns. Like, I think I don't want to go any further than a 21-day campaign.
You did this for a month because you're crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This I kind of opted to do the full month campaign on I Need Your Skin, but then I think the next ones we're just gonna do short ones, just because we make everything that we need to do, right then and there. We just want it to happen and get it out to you guys as quick as possible, and I think that's the way, because I could have had this thing done, a week or 2 back and had it in your guys' hands already if we had a blitz campaign. But anyway, we're gonna make sure that this gets out to you guys nonetheless. But yeah, archetypes is gonna be coming. We'll have another one very soon. We have a couple of those ones, but that one's gonna be a smaller one. It's gonna be like a 22-page book, and then so we'll have like maybe 2 comics and 1 or 2 articles depending on the space that we have for it. So we're definitely gonna do that. And if you guys want, we also are taking submissions for ads in the page. Just reach out to us. If you have something, we'll throw an ad in there as well. So
very cool. Let's see. So see some of the other links that you have on here too. I'm gonna add these to the description when we're done here. But you have your podcast link and you have your Substack on here as well. So yeah, so people can go sign up for stuff and go follow everybody. Great. Let's see. Get that in there. But yeah, this campaign looks really nice. I like the art. I like the story. It's up my alley. I love all this stuff. Maybe just look up here real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna go over your reward tiers real quick, and then I'm going to play the trailer. It should be fine. Let's see. If you guys just want to make a pledge, you can go do so, starting at $1. No rewards, but every funding just goes to all the funding. This is interesting too. You get all the covers plus a freebie. Oh, we get a freebie.
Yeah, so we're going to give you a holofoil gift if you get all 4 standard covers. Like I said, we wanted to make this thing kind of like, because it's our first one, you know what I mean, with my name on it as a creator. We wanted to make this kind of like a fun inaugural thing, give you guys some freebies, right? We may not ever do that again because it's probably going to cost me a lot of money, but I wanted to make this first time around, something special. So everybody who gets like a higher tier and spends their money with us, because I know how hard it is to let that money go out to somebody else other than you're inside your home, right? So because of that, we wanted to give you guys something back.
Yes. Let's see. Some of those don't have prices on your shipping, but it looks like you're pretty much shipping to all the places.
Yeah. So there's some places that we opted not to because it's a little, it's gonna be way too much to ship there. There's gonna be time. We have ways that we're gonna be kind of working around that. We have friends that are like in Australia and in the UK that we're probably gonna utilize and either do drop shipments or have them run a print campaign from in their area and stuff like that. So we have definitely ideas how to broaden that and kind of stop, like, keep that affordable to people or overseas.
Oh yeah.
Rather than trying to send it here and then have them spend more than what the actual book is costs, right?
Yeah.
Then at that point you're spending more to ship it ship
it. I see way more people doing that where they'll pick like a European printer and just have a shipping guy do it there, or do Australian and Asian kind of things. But Pirate Ship is also your friend, or any of those shipping companies to really cut down your costs. Great. And for $5 digital, that's awesome. I like the price points on your stuff here. $7 for digital.
We wanted to keep it super affordable. Because like I said, these versions, these copies, right, are as our first printings, right? We may we may print like the standard ones, but the the specials, like the homage covers and the holofoils and the metals, we're not going to ever print those ever again. So we really wanted to make sure that this was affordable and unique and collectible.
Very cool. I dig that. And I also, like I said earlier, love digital deluxe editions. I love all that behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, your price points for your physical editions are really nice. And how many pages did you say this book was?
This could be 28 interior pages.
28? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, for $15, that's actually pretty cool. So you have it broken down by each individual cover here, which is nice. I like this Wonka Doodle, but he's like the sassy, sexy version of the creepy guy.
And sometimes people like look at $15. They're like, oh my gosh, for a single issue, that's kind of high, right? But that gives you the what we're doing with this is we're giving you this really amazing cardstock where I'm really like I'm a collector at heart, right? And I know that when you get like a higher poundage or thicker cardstock, it's easier to come back with a higher grade if you were to send it to get graded, right? So I always have that mindset of what's going to be the best thing to get somebody a better grade if they were to go send it out to go get graded. And so So that's one of the things that Alan and them kind of taught me was like, hey, make sure you're choosing really great cardstock for your covers and interior pages and all that stuff, because people are gonna, especially with these artists that we have on it with these covers, people are gonna want them because they're unique artists, and then they may want to get them graded, and you always got to be thinking about that stuff.
Yeah, and I do like this cover too. Let me see if I can go find these real quick. Very cool. This one's interesting. I like the way it's laid out, but I also like how it's like ripped in the corner and you're showing like the page behind it.
Yeah, we were playing off the whole punk rock thing, punk rock vibe.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and you're merging like the old school punk zine / the flyers with the Chamber of Chills. It looks great. Nice. I like that they're all the same price, and I like that you can pick any 2 covers for a little bit of a discount. That's nice. Mm-hmm. So get on that deal. That's like a really good deal. I like that.
Yeah, it's a really good deal.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we got going here. And then your holofoil cover. So you have holofoils for every cover, or just some of them?
Yeah, we have holofoils for every cover. I might have to talk to Alan and for the next one and be like, we might just need to pick 2.
Yeah, it's our first issue, man. Let's just have.
I was telling you guys, I was budgeting today, and I was looking at those holofoils. I'm like, oh, okay, guys. All right, and it looks like a good amount of people ordered them, so I'm like, all right, now I have to order them. Nice. But yeah, we're doing. We have holofoils for them, and even if people did not order them, I'm still going to order like a minimum amount of each of them. Yeah. So if you guys saw it and you guys wanted it but you couldn't afford it at the time of Kickstarter, you can reach out to us or go to our website. Once we have all that stuff up there, we'll definitely get it out to you guys. And
yes,
and I will say that the price may be different, right? I can't guarantee you that it'll be at this price again. So because what we do is because we have those really great deals, they may vary. They may vary up and down depending on the market.
$30 is actually that bad for a holofoil because it's pricey to print some of that limited edition kind of stuff just based on the paper. So that's actually a pretty cool deal. Yeah. But I do like this one. And then the way that you look at it from like kind of far away, it looks like an old school style, like General Mills, like cereal box a little bit. Yeah. Which is interesting. I dig it. Let's see, full hollow. Yeah, all the foils still. And then you got the metal covers as well. So the metal covers are actually super good deal for a metal, $45.
Yeah, those metal covers are going to cut into my budget too, guys.
Yeah.
Order them though, because if you guys get them, they're freaking fantastic. Again, like I said, we're gonna order the minimum amount with the metals. I don't think we're gonna overprint. We're literally just gonna order what is there, maybe 1 or 2 extra, depending on if Alan wants to purchase some or how many he needs for his needs. But we're not gonna whoever needs them. We're gonna order that, and that's it.
Wow. Yeah, so super limited on that one. Let's see. If you want so it's the same deal that you have at top in your featured one. If you want all the 4 hollows, plus you're gonna also get a freebie, which is now upgraded to the metal cover for this one. Yeah. So the other one was all the regular ones plus a freebie of the hollow, and this is all hollows with a freebie of the metal.
Yep, and that one's a freaking fantastic deal. There, literally, you're probably gonna get that metal for free.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were $30 before. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good deal. Let's see. Then also the same thing, but upgraded as well. So, okay. So they're going to do the upgrade. So you're going to get all 4 metals, plus you're also going to get the glow in the dark as the add-on.
So there's already one person who's doing that, and they are going to get the glow in the dark. And because they are the only ones who ordered that glow in the dark, I'm only going to print that one unless you guys order more or get us to 3,000.
Nice. Let me see if we can just leave that on that one. Yeah, no, that's a cool, because what are you at? 2,400 right now? I'll refresh it in a second just to see what's going on here. Nice. And then all in every cover. So for $300, you're getting 12 plus a freebie. Yep. Oh, okay. So the freebie is that free secret raised metal that you had earlier for that little hunt that you guys can go do to go get that on there. Nice.
So cool. If you don't want to go hunt it down and you want to get everything, every single cover we're offering, we will gift you one of those raised metal covers.
Ooh la la. Yeah, these are some really cool covers. I think the interior art too, like, really speaks, like, it fits with all the cover art as well. The story looks amazing. All good. Looks like you had an earlier reward here. These are all sold out. Nice. I like it when people do early bird specials. Those are nice. Yep. Nice.
They were our early potion specials.
Oh, early potion specials. I like it. Madame Louise.
Or
Let
no,
me go.
did we call? Oh no, I think we changed it to early summoning special, right? Is that
I
what
don't
it was?
remember.
Summoning.
I don't know anymore.
Early summoning special or something like that.
Nice. Okay. I'm going to attempt to unplug, then I'm going to play your trailer. So let's see how goofy this gets. Let's see.
Sure.
Oh. Here. Not muted. Oh. Yes. Take that. I know you're going to hear yourself for a second. Listen. You go like that. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like that. Okay, cool. Let's watch your trailer. I did see this earlier, and I really, really enjoyed the font that was used. It's creepy. I dig it. So funny. Just like the googly eyeballs. I don't know. Can you hear me now? I just love the googly eyeballs, just like randomly, just like out of the side, just like popping up.
Yeah. I love that part because I feel like when you read that page, it's you kind of imagine her like hands trying to come out and move her body, her skin, right? And it goes for the eyeballs first. So yeah, I love that. That was that trailer was done by Benjamin W. Morris. Appreciate that. He's an amazing artist. He's a Swiss Army knife, man. He does everything.
Amazing. Let's see. Froggy just popped in here, says, got here late. I sure missed a lot, but from what you can see, the art is pretty effing fantastic. Yeah, it looks great. I could show more of the art in a second. And Heron Dragota, I love that you're coming in here with Blackpink Jump music where you flap so hard you switch fandoms. So you're into comics now? Welcome from K-pop to comics. Listen. It's a good switch here. That's right. But no, this is really cool. So Froggy, if you just joined us, I'll show off some stuff. This is some of the add-ons you can get at your Archetypes magazine, which is great. Fantastic magazine. Here's some of the interior art. I think it's quite striking. And I love like the ink splashiness. Yeah, I'm a fan. Just a very graphic, great. If you are a fan of your other works, I think you'll also really enjoy this. But Froggy, you might really, really like this one. It's cool stuff. I love the outline too. The way it's just kind of reversed a lot. And I think it's really cool. Really like the silhouette style artwork. It's really kind of like pops and does some like story. It's kind of unique. You don't really see that too often in a lot of books, but I like that almost every page has one of those. It's really cool. And it just something is popping, like her earring is popping there, or sometimes it's an eye, but I love that just some random thing is highlighted. The rest is just silhouette, which I think is creepy. It's really neat looking. Yes. They call that the K-pop flap. Oh no. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta flop. It's fine. But yeah, the art's fantastic. I really like it. Very much intrigued to see where the story on this is going to. Also, I'm very much I like Madame Louise a lot, so I hope we get to see a lot of her coming up in a bunch of different stories because she's my kind of peeps. Listen, I will get down with some funky weird junk and we will just sit down and talk, drink some tea, talk some weirdness. Yeah, let's go.
You never know what happens, man. Like literally Allen, like the whole reason Horus in Hell is a thing is because fans loved him from Pocus Hocus. Like, I don't know if you want to tell that quick story.
Yeah, it's frustrating, right? Because like Pocus Hocus, I say this jokingly, of course, but Pocus Hocus was created, and me and my co-writer Will, we were really methodical with okay, this is what's going to go here, this is what's going to happen here. We were forward thinking and all this stuff, and then we made Horus in Hell on a whim. And it is by far our biggest series and the one we probably put the least amount of brain power into. It's just funny how the stuff happens because you never know, right?
Very true. Yeah, no, that's funny how that works. There's a lot of books that I see take off. They're just like random weird little side characters or something, and they're like huge hits because people like all that weird goofiness, which is great.
And what was funny is if you read the first issue of Pocus
stuff.
Pocus, like Horace is like barely in it. He was just a little throwaway thing, and then to like watch them develop this whole really cool like whole story coming out of it was very, very cool.
Yeah. And we were talking about it earlier, like this looks like it's a hand heart. And then I was like, this looks like Sam. And then this looks like it says suck or something else up there. But also now there's a thing on the wrist here that looks like it says Stan. So I'm very intrigued to see if this person just put the art in there just to see if you can find any of this stuff. But yeah, it's very much like the death metal kind of like art logo style for whatever reason. But it's interesting. I like that. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I think that's quite interesting. It's fun. So I want to go look around all the artwork to see if that's like on every panel that you have on there.
Right.
Just throw something random in there. It's great. This is very cool. I dig this a lot. I think if anybody has any other questions, just go ahead and plop them in chat. But I think it looks really unique. It looks really interesting. I love the creepy, spooky factor of it. I want to see what's going on with this. This looks awesome. I will drop the link one more time. It is pinned in the chat. But yeah, this is awesome. I dig it. So let's see. What's happening here?
Yeah, man, I have to have Allen and his team to thank for doing such an amazing job. Like and like we joke around, but it was actually, you know, I do send, you know, Allen a lot of pitches, and usually I spend a lot of time on them and like, here, check this out, and write them all out and all this stuff. And then just like he said, like sometimes things just happen you spend the least amount of time on, and you just kind of like, it's like an afterthought. And those are the things that pick up, right? And that's exactly how this thing came about. You know, it was like one of those things that I was like, oh, this would be cool. Like it was just think about, you know, this and then mix with a little bit of this. And he was like, yo.
And then probably at some point too, I said, Joey, just stop talking and let me work, please.
I hate you. He does.
Also, before we wrap this up, I want everyone to know.
Oh God,
that I am a huge proponent and defender of this.
Yep.
Joey did not like the name whenever I pitched it to him. And I said, absolutely not. The name stays. So if you don't like the name, Joey didn't have a backbone to stop me. If you like the name, Joey backed down. So however you want to look at it. Yeah.
That's funny.
No, that's absolutely true. I hated the name at first.
Yeah, I really fought for it. I really did. So if you don't like it, it's Joey's fault. That it's actually Joey's fault regardless. However, if you like it or if you don't.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Kelly says he likes that. Nice.
All right, Kelly. No, if Kelly says it is law. Okay.
It looks good in the font.
It grew on me. It grew in my skin. How about that?
Oh, it grew on you like skin. Yeah. Yes. Interesting. But yeah, thank you guys for coming on here. Thanks for everybody that was hanging in the chat. Lovely finally getting to chat with you. And as you as well, because I actually wanted to reach out a long time ago for a bunch of your campaigns that you had going on. So
yeah, well, we're usually always running something. So feel free to reach out anytime, and I would love to come back. Nice. It's been fantastic. Yeah.
Don't lie. Tell them what the next one is.
The next one is it's a book. It's a horror one shot called Beneath the Lighthouse.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
We're working on that. And if you like the stuff that you're seeing on I Need Your Skin, well, guess what? I work with the same people a lot, so you're going to see a lot of the same stuff.
And if you guys did grab, if you guys want, you guys can grab issue 1 of Archetypes. There's a preview of Beneath the Lighthouse in there. So Lighthouse.
Ooh, cool. Are those available on the add-ons for both those issues?
They are available in the add-ons.
Okay, nice. And before we get out of here, because I don't know if you guys, but I'm hungry as well, and you probably got stuff to do.
I can smell my wife cooking right now.
Yummy. It's definitely not pineapple stuff, for sure. No. But before we get out of here, do you guys have any other appearances, cons, or anything that you guys want to talk about? Go promote or anything?
Yeah, like I said, the only thing that I really have coming up is just other stuff that I've been doing. I do a lot of stuff with Bad Bug Media. There's always stuff coming out there. Joey and I we're developing a lot of stuff in the works right now. We'll talk about that later when we're actually ready and have it fleshed out, and it's not just a bunch of word vomit whenever we go to talk about it. But yeah, and I'm always working on the stuff with myself and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, and I actually will have a con coming up here in August. If you guys are in Tucson, we're gonna be at the Tucson Comic Con, so come check us out.
Nice.
I don't have the table number yet, but I will get that to you guys. But we're gonna have a 20 by 20 end cap. So come see us. We're gonna have all kinds of really cool stuff. We're gonna have some cosplayers. We're gonna do some games. We're gonna have some prize wheels, and we're gonna do all kinds of really cool stuff. And we will definitely have this book and archetypes on the table. So come see us.
Nice. I will definitely send some people your way. I know a bunch of people in that area, for sure. I see you, Flock. You just joined us, but we're ready to get out of here. And thanks to everybody that was here for hanging with us. And if you see this, please go like it and share it. Send it all over the place so more people can go and get you some weird, creepy skin stuff. Yeah, it's good times. You gotta get that. And then also, you're gonna have to clip your pineapple story. You're gonna have to do that. So yeah, got that out there now.
I'll have Alan write it up.
I'm not getting anywhere near that. All right, everyone, have a good night.
All right, bye.
Bye.